What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. So, I want to cover a couple of things. I want to start off with first saying, salute to Terrence Crawford for going to 154 to want to become undisputed there as well. Okay. Now let me say to the idiot Terrence Crawford fans one more time, because it's just apparent that fanboys are just dumb as fuck. I don't care who you're fanboying for. Okay. Now, as far as Terrence Crawford's comments about, I don't care what nobody say, what they think, I'm at the point I can do what the fuck I want. Fuck them. I say fuck you right back. And that's to Terrence Crawford or any other fucking fighter. Because without the fucking fans, you have no career. And that's a fucking fact, not an opinion. 2, okay, I don't care that he's going to 154. I don't even care that he's not fighting Jarell Boots Ennis, okay, and going to 154. The issue is, why are you still holding on to the fucking belts at 147? When you decide, no, I'm leaving the division, I'm going up. Let me give you an example. When Devin Haney was undisputed at 135, he talked about going to 140 because it's hard for him to make 135. When he was asked, and this is after the Lomachenko fight, which people said, oh, he's going to use the weight as an excuse. But it's funny, right? Y'all same motherfuckers are calling him what? A weight bully. So how is he making an excuse to not fight Lomachenko by saying the weight is too hard to make? But you guys are the ones calling him a fucking weight bully. He beats Lomachenko. First question comes out immediately is he going to fight Tank? I want to fight Tank. I want to fight all of the best fighters, but, you know, they got to want to fight me. And, you know, that's the fights he want. Otherwise, I'm sacrificing too much to keep going to 135. This man said several times it's too hard to make 135. So, but if the fight makes sense, you know, we'll have to see. He never promised you, yeah, I'm definitely going to fight this guy. No, I want to fight them. Do they want to fight me? That's the question for any fighter that's being avoided. Now, it's always after people see vulnerabilities. Now, everybody want to fight you. Okay. But what he do? He decided, no, I'm going to 140. Right? Once he made that decision, he let the fucking belts go. What's the difference with Terrence Crawford is he doesn't want to fight anybody at 147. It's like, let me hold on to the belts. Hold up. Let me see how things go. Okay. Now he finds himself in a title fight at 154 pounds. No problem. Okay. Idiot fanboys. The fact that when you go right now and look at IBF, WBA, WBO, welterweight champion, who is it? Unified champion, Terrence Crawford. Why the fuck are you guys feeling some kind of way, acting like some salty feminine bitches because people are saying they want to see him versus Boots? This guy that he's fighting, no, this is not even comparable to the attention that a fight with him and Boots would get. But at the same time, the card itself is going to be good. So that's great for boxing. 2, the fact that he's still champion there, yeah, people want to see the fight. So why are people wrong for wanting to see Crawford versus Boots? So now, the fact is, since he's going to 154, we know that fight's no longer, it was never on the fucking table, for one, but we know that fight's not happening. Okay, so my point is, the fact that people want to see the fight, you little bitch-made sissies like to fucking comment, oh, y'all act like Crawford's supposed to do it just because y'all want him to. Motherfucker, every time y'all open your mouth about a certain fighter, they're supposed to do something because you want them to. I said several times for the dumb, stupid, hearing impaired, I don't think Boots is fucking, Crawford is wrong for going to 154. Okay, but y'all don't keep the same energy with other fighters. So it's not even about Crawford. It's to you stupid fucks that keep proving me right. Every time you get offended. Why? Because for one, you act like you're a bitch, like you his fucking woman. But two, y'all sit there and act like y'all don't understand. Y'all motherfuckers said, including people like Teddy Atlas, and Paulie Malignaggi, well, if Anthony Joshua, even what's his name, Johnny Nelson, if he fights Urkovich for the IBF title, that's clearly a duck. That's ducking Deontay Wilder. That's ducking Deontay Wilder. So let me get this straight. Anthony Joshua finds himself in a possible title fight against Philip Urkovich. This man has been trying to fight Deontay Wilder all these years. Yet you deluded Wilder fans always flip it and make the lies up talking about, well, AJ's been ducking Wilder. Like, you need to just shut the fuck up and take that man's nuts out your mouth, because that's bullshit. We all know the fucking truth. We know who spoke facts. And ain't it funny how your boy jumped ship? Yeah, so now he's being called a fucking traitor, a sellout. Because he said out of his mouth, AJ and Hearn are full of shit. They're not who you think they are. And now he's desperate, back against the wall. Guess who he signed with? Matchroom. Yeah, so get his nuts out your mouth. Okay. Now, y'all said that he would be ducking. Anthony Joshua will be ducking Deontay Wilder if he accepts a title fight. Okay, Wilder doesn't have a title. So why not go kick Urkovich ass first, then go back and fuck up Wilder if need be? Well, it's not like Wilder earned anything. This is just a lingering thing. This is like motherfuckers in 2024 still asking Dr. Dre for a fucking Chronic 3 album or some shit. Like, you understand what I mean? It's like, bro, listen. It makes zero sense for you motherfuckers to sit here and say that's a duck if Anthony Joshua fights for a title and he'll be IBF champ, which would make him a 3-time champion. Yet, somehow, it's not the same thing for Terrence Crawford. He's not ducking boots, though. Yet, it's the same fucking scenario. Here's the difference with the scenario that makes it worse, though. Boots has the fucking belt. So that means that Crawford had. So that means it's, why did he get stripped? Oh, we need you to fight Boots, or you getting stripped. So it's obvious he didn't care about them stripping him for the belt. So the 154-pound shit is what? That's the next phase. He's 35, 36 years old. You understand what I'm saying to you? So bottom line, he just did an interview saying in 3 fights, he can become undisputed. So that means he expects every fight he has is connected to a title fight, right? No problem. But at the same time, that's not a duck against Boots. How many times have you heard me say, I don't think Crawford is scared of Boots? Crawford is eyeing the money. You bitch-made motherfuckers want to jump in the conversation. No, man, it ain't about the money with Crawford. I'll play a fucking video of him saying exactly what the fuck I said. You bitches sitting up here trying to tell me what Crawford is and what he isn't, but he comes back and make you look stupid. Nobody's knocking Crawford because Crawford is going to 154. Nobody's wrong for wanting to see Boots versus Crawford. Floyd Mayweather's retired. You stupid motherfuckers still talking about him and Pacquiao, or him versus Crawford, or him coming back to fight Canelo. And this man's 46 fucking years old, retired doing exhibitions. So all of this getting in your feelings, making a fool out of yourself shit, y'all are some real bitch-ass sissies. I understand in this generation why men and women don't get along. In all honesty, because y'all act just like women. You motherfuckers always choose. Mind you, I don't come on your channels. You don't have content on your fucking channels. I don't come on your channels to tell you shit to try to argue with you. Y'all always want to come drop by, leave a bitch-ass, sissy-ass comment like I'm going to change my perspective because you and your feelings. I don't give a fuck if they never fight. Giving boxing news and looking at what's real, well, y'all love to call somebody else out their name. Y'all love to say another fighter's ducking somebody. They can do the same exact thing Crawford's doing. They can do the same thing Wilder's doing. The same thing Canelo's doing. The same thing your favorite fighter's doing. Somehow, when your favorite fighter do it, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not the same thing, even though it's the same exact situation. So bottom line, that's bullshit. Now, you're no longer champion. Let the fucking belts go. Now, let Terrence, Boots and whoever else at 147 fight and do whatever, and you'll have one champion. Now, for the Boots fans, let me say this. If Boots become undisputed, the same exact shit Terrence Crawford is doing, the same shit Errol Spence was doing, the same shit Floyd was doing, the same shit Canelo started doing, the same shit that all of these motherfuckers are doing. He's going to do the same shit. The same shit, bottom line. And you want to know what's sad? The face of boxing isn't even unified. He has a fucking belt, and bottom line, not even unified. But Gervonta Tank Davis is, okay, by far. By far. So what did that tell you? These motherfuckers don't even care about belts. They just care about money. Well, I believe Crawford cares about his legacy as well as money, but he's at that frame of mind, like he said. Now, it's funny, when I say it, I'm hating, which I don't give a fuck what y'all think. The same way he don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck. But he comes out and says exactly what I say, and some. And I'm like, I told y'all this long before I seen that video. So once again, you coming like a little bitch with y'all probably be sitting up there with thongs on. Y'all motherfuckers probably wear thongs. You so-called men. Because y'all be getting salty over some men. We're talking about principle. We're talking about fan perspective and what the fans want and what boxing needs. That's what the fuck we're talking about. Nobody give a fuck about this dude with 11 fights that he's about to fight. But bottom line is, it's a title fight and he's in it. So be it. How stupid can you be? That's what I keep talking about, you little kids. Y'all tough as fuck on the computer. But y'all talk the stupidest shit and don't know what y'all talking about. Just talking about fans. Stop wearing thongs. Stop acting like some straight bitches. That's what y'all do. Okay. So, bottom line is, all of these fighters, once they get to that point where now I want this big, don't y'all see the fucking pattern by now? Bottom line, my whole thing is I understand why people want to see him in boots. Why would you not want to see him in boots? I think you motherfuckers are really scared that Terrence Crawford won't win. Yet y'all keep talking about, oh, Boots ain't did nothing. What did this motherfucker with 11 fights do? Tell me what he did. Okay, y'all don't give a fuck about that dude. It's Terrence Crawford y'all tuning in to see. Y'all don't care about his opponent. So when a man says, I'm at the point I can do what the fuck I want to do, what are they telling you? You're not going to like the decisions I'm going to make. But guess what? I'm going to do it because I feel like I earned that. Do you think Terrence Crawford would feel the need to explain that if he thought this dude he's fighting is worth a shit? Common sense, people. Grow the fuck up. Thong wearing motherfuckers. Listen. If Floyd Mayweather fought a motherfucker with 11 fights, y'all would bring that shit up like y'all bring everything else up. All other goofy shit y'all make up about him. Y'all would still, believe me. That's not even a dig at Terrence Crawford. It's the fucking facts. It's a fucking pimp slap in the face to y'all fucking excuse makers out there. Listen to this shit. You get to a point in life where you understand, I'm not going to be able to do this forever. I don't know when Father Time going to tap me on the shoulder. So I'm going to stay as focused as I can and stay in the best shape I can be in and just keep motivated and keep going forward. This is vital. It's necessary to happen, all right? You watch one fighter do it. But see, you motherfuckers are not boxing fans. You're fighter fans. And that's why y'all forget so much. Purposely forget. Because at one point, a fighter that's being cheered is being criticized. Why you think people start getting sick of Canelo? How long has fucking Canelo been undisputed at 168? You see, his story is going to say that he was 168 champion for 3 years, 4 years, or however long it's been, and he did this and he went up multiple times. But you know what? The details that they're gonna overlook. He was privileged with this franchise championship to do that. It's obvious they don't see Terrence Crawford black ass the same way. That's why he got stripped. You ain't see nobody strip Canelo, did you? You ain't see nobody strip Tyson fucking Fury, did you? Yeah. Okay then. Okay then. So at the end of the day, the fight fans want to see Crawford versus Boots. So what the fuck is wrong with that? Y'all acting like some bitches because people want to see the fight. And you motherfuckers are the ones talking shit. Oh man, but Boots ain't do nothing. What the fuck did this fucking Dracula guy do? That's what I call him, Dracula, because I keep fucking his last name up. Dracula. What the fuck did he do? Magma Drava, however the fuck you say his name. What did Dracula do so special? Okay. There's no fight for Terrence Crawford at 147 that people give a fuck about other than Jarell Ennis. So if he's no longer at 147, then that fight definitely is not happening. It's as simple as that. Why y'all act like some bitches because people want to see a fight? Because you motherfuckers love to comment on videos and community posts and things and say stupid shit out your mouth, and then nobody can have an opinion or have a preference other than you motherfuckers. Because you want to defend him like you his fucking sex slave or some shit. Nobody give a fuck about your bitch ass emotional feelings. Now, like I said, on to the next one. I just watched the video. I watched the press conference with Jarell Miller and Andy Ruiz. And I'm listening to the things he said. Then I seen a separate video, which is what I was waiting for, because I know I'm saying, you know what, it's going to be more. It's going to be more. Okay. Now, when I look at this fight, I say, okay, cool. This is a good fight for Andy Ruiz, and this is a good fight for Jarell Miller. Okay? Jarell Miller got his ass whooped last time. Andy Ruiz has been out of the ring for a long time, and he needs some get back. Okay. Jarell Miller's not the most skilled dude in the world, and I don't know who the favorite in this fight is, to be honest with you. I don't know who the majority of people want to see win this fight. I mean, I'm not really talking so much from a fan perspective. I mean, like the powers that be. Now, is this a fight where people look at it like, okay, we want Andy to win? Andy's been world champion before, and Andy, hey, I mean, if he looks good, Jarell Miller is a guy that was supposed to fight AJ, and then he popped dirty. So maybe, we get a set things up. We can get, even a rematch with AJ or rematch with Joseph Parker. So Andy Ruiz has history with them. Okay, Miller doesn't. But if Miller wins, then we can even build the fight that never happened type of scenario. You see what I mean? This is how business people work. Plan B, A, Plan B, Plan C. That's what you do. Okay? Now, people in the comment section of the video I watched were asking why do they keep giving this bum, referencing Jarell Miller, why do they keep giving him chances? The guy's never done nothing, but every time you turn around, here he goes once again. Now, the response that to those questions was exactly what I knew they was going to be. Because he's a good talker. That's part of the problem with boxing right now. Because people love to talk. And you can say more than half of the times the person with the most mouth don't do what they say they're going to do. Okay. Nonetheless, he's back in this on this card. He's in this, and he's in a fight against Andy Ruiz. The people that got involved made this possible because for this card to take place in the States, you haven't seen a card like this in a while. At least on paper. We'll see if the fights live up to the expectations. Now, here's the thing about Jarell Miller. Let me dig into this. That why people don't like Jarell Miller. Why he's so easy to not like. Jarell Miller is easily one of the top 3 biggest hypocrites in boxing. As a fighter, when it comes to being honest and down to earth and straight up, he doesn't understand that. In his mind, I think he thinks he's straight up. Listen at what Jarell Miller said. Jarell Miller said, in the fight against Daniel Dubois, Daniel Dubois didn't beat him, he beat himself. He said, he never hurt me. He don't even hit hard. That just means Daniel Dubois basically got lucky. He didn't have enough time to train. He caught me at the right time. Well, that also just means that Jarell Miller is nothing but a fucking liar. Because it was Jarell Miller's fucking words after the fight that said, I got no excuses. I mean, yo, dude caught me. He surprised me. Like, dude just beat me. No excuses. Now you turn around and say he never beat you. You beat yourself. You feel like somebody just snatched the life out of you. You was tired. You know I never get tired. Yo, you know what I'm saying? I always come forward throwing punches. And I don't know. It's like I'm in there like, yo, why do I feel like this? And, you know, I'm... Right. That's not what you said after the fight. So you basically are a liar. Because you give props to people and say things that you don't mean. So you went from saying that he surprised you, he fought his ass off, yo, he got my respect. That's what you say. Yo, little bro earned my respect, man. Yo, no excuses. Now you're making excuses. Then they asked about Zhang versus Wilder. He called Wilder a bitch ass motherfucker. He make excuses. He's the biggest excuse maker. Okay, I give you that. He definitely is. But you were right there with them. You're right there with them. He goes back to referencing his side piece. Him and his say they talk all this shit off camera, but not to my face. Well, I will say, plain and simple, yeah, he got another point. Wilder does that shit. He talks shit about motherfuckers when they're not in the same room. When they're in the same room, he's smiling and shaking hands. All that tough shit is gone. But he always has something to say when he's not in the same room with them. He's not lying about that. Damn sure. But at the same fucking time, you was kind of sucking Wilder's ass too. At that same press conference, you said, I don't like none of them motherfuckers. But you didn't really address Wilder and say much of shit. You told, the most you said was you kept telling everybody how much Anthony Joshua is avoiding Wilder. How he's scared to fight Wilder. You, out of your words, said, fight me and go to the hospital or fight Wilder and go to the grave. So you telling people like, yeah, Wilder will kill you. I'll send you to the hospital, but Wilder will kill you. You was sucking his ass. So you're doing the same type of shit, really. Because if I don't give a fuck about you, I will come to you face to face and tell you, fuck you. The same thing I said on camera, I'm telling you to your face. Now what? Simple. Jarell Miller said all that shit about Wilder. He said all that shit about him being an excuse maker. All in the same breath, you sat there and made a ton of excuses as to why Daniel Dubois beat you, and then said he didn't beat you, you beat yourself. He don't hit hard. The interviewer said, he asked, like many people that sparred with him says that he hits hard. See, Jarell Miller, you're like 330 pounds or whatever it was, so you have a huge fucking head. So certain blows might not feel as hard to you as they do to people that's more of a normal size. But for someone to not be hurt, you was stumbling all over the fucking ring like you was hurt. So all of this shit that you're saying about somebody being an excuse maker, so are you. Then he said some more bullshit. The interviewer asked him about Anthony Joshua, and he says, do you think Anthony Joshua's getting better? I mean, you could, yeah. And when a person starts stuttering and have a loss for words, yeah, they're trying to cover up the truth. He says, he winds up saying, you know, what it is this, you know, it's not that AJ's really better so much, it's just that, you know, he got the right guys in front of him. Like, see, like, when he got a guy that's like a savage in front of him, you know what I'm saying, he's scared. So when he gets a guy in front of him that doesn't really hit that hard, you know what I'm saying, then he's not scared to commit and come forward. Okay, wait. Let's look at who beat him. Andy Ruiz, and then he avenged the loss. Spanked him. Okay. Let's look at who beat him the second time. And Andy Ruiz, he's not a devastating puncher, but he has speed and he does have some pop on his punch. So, no. Ruiz is not a devastating puncher. So that's debunked about him being scared it doesn't matter if he's on the back foot or going forward. A win is a win. But, bottom line is, you don't want to bring up the fucking rematch. Every time these motherfuckers mention AJ losing to Andy Ruiz, they only mention the first fight. They act like he never avenged that loss in a stunning fashion. So what, he wasn't fucking coming in doing shit the way he's doing it now. So fucking what? He still won and shut him out. They could do one or two rounds they gave him. Okay, bottom line. He says that. Now let's look at the second guy who beat him. Usyk. Is Usyk a big puncher? No. So who are these big punchers that he's scared to come forward against? Make this shit make sense. Who? I mean, Helenius can crack. He came forward against Helenius. You know, Pulev has some power. He came forward against him. He came forward against Jermaine Franklin. Jermaine Franklin ain't, he's not a big puncher. So I'm trying to understand who are these fucking power punchers that AJ's running from and scared to come in. You see, he said all that shit, and I'm like, okay, Jarell, you yourself are not a big puncher. So you claim he's scared of you. Do you understand what I mean? How people are detached from reality, but they talk a lot of shit. So what points did he actually make? None. He just showing hate. But then he's saying he think the AJ fight is still happening. So here's my point. Jarell, Big Pharmacy, car dealership, Miller. If Anthony Joshua hasn't really improved much, and he's really a shit fighter and was given the right opponents, why the fuck would you want to waste your time fighting against him? Oh, but he gonna get the biggest check of his life. So shut the fuck up and learn how to build a fucking fight like a professional fighter and stop acting like a big fat hater. Because, for one, you doing all this talking. You and Andy Ruiz about to have y'all fucking sumo fight, y'all sumo match, okay? If you beat Andy Ruiz, AJ beat him too, years ago. He beat AJ and then AJ beat him. You popped dirty and Andy Ruiz took your spot, okay? You also don't... Now wait, he talks about he didn't have time to prepare. So he wasn't in the shape he was supposed to be in. But you talked all this shit. See, trying to sell a fight and that you wasn't in shape for. How smart are you? Okay, wait. Andy Ruiz replaced you. You and Andy got two completely different styles. What happened, happened. But everything that you're saying, you make yourself look bad with every point you try to make. You this or that. You look at all my fights, I always come forward. I don't beat you by decision. I either knock you out or I stop you. Okay. You went to decision with fucking Lucas Brown. You talk about, look at nobody's talking about your fights. That's the whole point. Talk about look at your fights. Nobody wants to look at your fights. I've seen you fight. I see your style. I know what you do. You can't throw as many punches as you used to. I don't give a fuck how much weight you lose. Then he says he has to kill himself in training. Why do you feel the need to have to kill yourself? That means you're just not disciplined. And that's why you gain all this fucking weight. He blamed management. He talked about how people try to screw him over, how it was living hell, his career been this and this. But you sat here and just called Deontay Wilder an excuse maker. Man, you motherfucker, this is the shit about, this is what I'm saying. People love to make excuses for fucking losers. They love to make excuses for motherfuckers who are very critical and they're very judgmental and try to make so many critical points against a person, but they do the same exact thing as the people that they're bashing. And I'm looking at this motherfucker like, are you listening to yourself? If y'all haven't seen the fucking interview, please watch it. This dude blamed everybody for his fucking shortcomings and downfalls. He blamed everybody. Now, he says, I take accountability for that. Like, no, I wasn't in the shape I was supposed to be in. You know what I'm saying? But Wilder make all these excuses. Man, you sat there and did the same shit Wilder talk shit about AJ when he's not in front of him face to face. He's all smiles and hugs and tapping his little bird ass chest. And I give you that. Yeah, he does that. But you sat here, hugged Daniel Dubois, told him, you said no excuses. Little bro, he surprised me, he impressed me. He got my respect, and shook his hand and all that shit. Then you turn the fuck around and say he never hurt you. You beat yourself. Daniel Dubois never beat you. It was you. He don't hit hard, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Then you turn around and say Deontay Wilder made all these excuses about Joseph Parker. Another point you made, I agree with you. Yes, he did exactly that. And then you said that fight was completely one-sided and he making all these excuses. Yep, I give you that too. He made all these fucking excuses. He fucking lied his ass off. He went on there on 7-8 Sports and made a complete ass of himself. I will give you all of that shit. Yes, he did that shit. But you did the same exact fucking thing. How the fuck you let a man that don't hit hard beat you all over the fucking ring like that? Man, you had one fucking moment. One moment that I remember where you caught Daniel Dubois maybe 2 or 3 shots, and it wasn't like a fluid pop, pop, pop. It was just like, yeah, I remember you catching him. But, I mean, come on, man. You talk about you had him out. You had him out. When? What fucking round was that? Then the motherfucker don't hit hard. Then he didn't beat you. That's not excuses. You know what I notice about 99.9% of the fucking fighters now? When they say no excuse, the next thing come out their mouth is a fucking excuse. So what the fuck? What room do you have to talk about Wilder? In fact, here's the thing. You notice how he says, Wilder never talks this shit to me, right? But why the fuck don't you say, okay, Wilder, you pussy, here's the deal. If you beat Zhang, come see me. You know what Jarell Miller said? He said if he would have beat Daniel Dubois, that it was going to be him and AJ instead of AJ and Ngannou. And I said, you a fucking liar. That wasn't a decision that would have been made by you, your team, and it wasn't a decision that was going to be made by Eddie Hearn, and it wasn't a decision that was going to be made by the Saudis. And let me tell you exactly why. The whole point was to put on a massive card and put on a massive fight that the people wanted to see. Nobody gives a fuck about you versus AJ. It would be all about AJ whooping on your ass because you escaped that first ass whooping that you should have gotten. Okay, we all know about the Joey DeWaco situation. I don't give a fuck how many people want to, oh man, excuses my ass. We heard what Serafina said. Okay, and that's, yeah, you know who Serafina is. You know the situation. You never bring it up, but she did. And so that was your people. So you purposely don't bring that shit up. So you know what really happened. Okay, but bottom line, when Eddie Hearn said that Turkey asked him, like, who could we, since Wilder lost? No, if you would have beat Daniel Dubois, okay, Wilder winning the fight, it would have been AJ versus Wilder. Wilder losing the fight, you're not a big fight against AJ. So the point was, who could we get that it's going to be a massive fight? A massive fight. Something that the people really going to want to see. Eddie Hearn said flat out, Francis Ngannou. Because Francis Ngannou was hot off of his fight with Tyson Fury. Where the fuck you fit in? If you would have won that fight. If you would have won that fucking fight, okay, and they wasn't going to go with a Francis Ngannou because they wanted to make this a mega fight, then it should have been Joseph Parker. How the fuck does the man that's supposed to be fighting Anthony Joshua is determined that okay, well, after he beats Parker, oh shit, he didn't beat Parker. So how the fuck they going to put you in the fight with AJ over Parker when Parker is the reason that fucking Deontay Wilder wasn't the one in the fucking ring with AJ. Make that make sense. We're not talking about some bullshit. We talking about, we see how the Saudis have been moving. They want it. Now, the fact of the matter is, you know, you got that fight. You got that fight because you got the fight with Dubois because Derek Chisora didn't take the fight with you. That's why you got the fight with Dubois. Man, you trying to make it sound like you some fucking superstar. Like, no. You wasn't gonna get no fucking fight with AJ over fucking Wilder. So what do you mean if you beat Dubois? Well, here's the problem. You got your ass whooped and fucking Deontay Wilder got his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? And so even on the next day when we was making videos and I listened to the 7-8 Sport video, and I'm saying, you know what? Your ass didn't, we was talking about who would be next. You and Wilder, all this bullshit back and forth, you talking about you screwing his chick and all this whatever, he got your side piece and whatever. Y'all never, ever crossed paths and made any fucking type of effort to make a fight with each other, have y'all? So pretty much you do the same shit. You do all this talking, but where's the offer? Where's the fight me? Y'all just talk shit. That's all y'all do. That's what y'all are good for. Just talking shit. This dude done waved the white flag and signed with the enemy. You talking shit like you deserve to be in the spotlight. Look, once again, you don't learn your lesson. Focus on Andy Ruiz, man. You did all this shit. You overlook fucking Andy Ruiz. Daniel Dubois. You got your ass whooped. Just like just like Wilder got his ass whooped, you got your ass whooped too. You made every excuse as to why you lost, and basically all this other shit. So you did the same exact thing. This is why nobody take you serious. You the same dude that said AJ was on steroids. Went on talk shows and said the thing, everything, all that. And then you popped dirty. So whose fault was it that you didn't get the fight with AJ? That was your management team too? Or it's because your ass was dirty? Took that trip to the pharmacy. See, this is the shit I be talking about. People love to act like they're above the shit they're talking about when they're just as guilty as the people that they're throwing shade at. You ain't got no room to talk about Wilder. Real shit, you don't. So even though I agree with some of the shit you were saying, no, you doing the same exact fucking thing Wilder does. The same thing. The same thing. And in fact, when you opened your mouth about your comeback, you said you want to fight a Brit. You said you wanted to fight motherfucking Derek Chisora, Dillian White, and Manuel Char. Why didn't Wilder's name come out of your mouth then? You understand what I'm saying? Wilder ain't got no belt. Well, you think you ain't good enough to get a fight with Wilder? You don't have enough status for that? Come on, man. This hypocrisy got to stop. This fanboyism, all this goofy shit. What the fuck happened to boxing, man? What happened? You got to be more than just a good talker. And let me make this clear. There's a difference between a good talker and a fucking liar. Don't get the two mixed up. Talk to me in the comment section. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people. And I will catch y'all on the next video.